Earthquakes recorded at Taal Volcano. Bataan explored as Starlink base. Philippine factory output highest in ASEAN. Ronda conquest pumps up Lomotos. Ukraine reclaims Kyiv amid Russian atrocities. Good morning, I'm Roy Palavelio and this is Tribune News on Q. Today is April 4, 2022 and these are the latest news this Monday morning. While the government sees no downgrade to alert level 0 for now, it is aiming to place the entire country under pandemic alert level 1 by June, or before President Rodrigo Duterte steps down from Malacanang. Authorities wanted to increase COVID-19 vaccination rates in areas with low jab turnout, so this could be de-escalated to the most lenient alert level to further reopen the economy, said Interior Secretary Eduardo Año. Most provinces and cities in the country have been placed under such a scheme, but some areas remain under a stricter alert level 2. To boost the state's jab drive, the Health Department will extend inoculation days this month in provinces with low vaccination rates, like those in the Bangsamoro region. In particular, authorities deemed vaccination in Bangsamoro a challenge, since only 940,000 individuals in the region have received COVID-19 primary series. The figure accounted for 26% of the region's 3.5 million target population. The administration had said it was aiming to vaccinate 90 million people before the president bows out of office on 30th of June. Nearly 66 million Filipinos have received their primary COVID-19 vaccination series so far. Of these, some 12 million people have received boosters. Davao City Mayor Inday Sara Duterte and her presidential running mate Bongbong Marcos gained yet another boost to their respective candidacies when they broke through the stranglehold of the Tarlac-based National People's Coalition or NPC with a reported endorsement from Governor Susan Yap and Tarlac City Mayor Christy Angeles. Both Yap and Angeles are members of the NPC, chaired by Senate President Tito Sotto, who is Sara's chief rival for the vice presidency. Tito, in a separate report, quickly denied that the party has wholly supported the BBM-Sara tandem, pointing out that the Tarlac officials' endorsements are their own personal decisions. Still, the support given by Tarlac is seen as a big blow to the bid of Tito and his presidential running mate Ping Lacson, who had earlier lost the support of their chief backer Bebot Alvarez in favor of Vice President Leni Robredo. Tarlac is a known bailiwick of the Aquino Cojuangco clan. In an ambush interview, Yap claimed that out of the 18 Tarlac mayors, around 14 mayors in the province are endorsing Bongbong, Sara, and their senatoriables. The provincial chief executive, however, clarified that it was her own decision to endorse the Bongbong-Sara tandem and not the direction the party is taking. Meanwhile, Filipino Muslims started yesterday, April 3, the month-long observance of Ramadan with prayers at mosques around the country. Ramadan is the 9th and the holiest month in the Muslim calendar and is devoted to prayer, fasting, and acts of charity. In a video message released on the eve of the occasion, Bangsamoro Interim Chief Minister Ahod Balawag Ibrahim called on the entire region to strengthen love as a Muslim community to honor the start of Ramadan. He also issued a warning, particularly since COVID-19 remains a concern. He appealed for peace, patience, and understanding for each other during Ramadan, which also coincides with the campaigns for local and national elections. Food, drink, sexual intercourse, and other transgressions against fasting are prohibited for the duration of Ramadan. This year's Ramadan ends on May 1st with the Eid al-Fitr, which is marked by feasting and celebrations. Tribune News on Q will be back after these reminders.
elections na nananawagan po ng pagkakaisa. Ako po si Sara. Handa po akong magserbisyo sa ating bayan. Hinihingi ko po ang tulong at suporta ninyo para sa pagka-vice presidente ng ating bansa.
Mapalutong bahay man o sumptuous meal for special occasions, sagot na kayo ng tropang Kalanpag. Dahil atid sa inyo ng Daily Tribune ang fun and exciting cooking show na Kalanpag, manood at matuto kung paano lutuin ang mga favorite nyong recipes. Sabayan pa ng fun and inspiring na kwentuhan sa kusina. I-upgrade na rin natin ang mga nakasanayang traditional dish ng pamilya. Plus, healthy tipid tips na ibabahagi ng tropang Kalanpag. Matuto, mabusog at good vibes dito lang sa Kalanpag tuwing Lunes, 10:30 AM sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
We're back on Tribune News on Q. Taal Volcano remains restive with 17 volcanic earthquakes recorded in the past 24 hours. The 8 a.m. bulletin released by the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology, or PHIVOLCS, yesterday stated that 4 volcanic tremor events occurred with a 1 to 2 minute duration, while 13 low-frequency volcanic earthquakes were also recorded. Hot volcanic fluid continued upwelling in the volcano's crater lake, resulting in steam of up to 900 meters and emitting 1,232 tons of sulfur dioxide on Saturday. PHIVOLCS maintains its recommendation for the evacuation of residents living on Taal Volcano Island and other high-risk areas, including Bilinbinwang and Banyaga, Agoncillo and Boso-Boso, Gulod and Eastern Bugan East, and Laurel in Batangas. PHIVOLCS said all activities on Taal Lake should not be allowed, and communities around Taal Lake are advised to remain vigilant, take precautionary measures against possible airborne ash and fog, and calmly prepare for possible evacuation should the volcano's activity intensify. In other news, American technology powerhouse SpaceX Exploration Technologies Corporation, otherwise known as SpaceX, showed its keen interest in securing an Asian foothold in the Philippines as it started exploratory talks with authorities for the Freeport area of Bataan to become the operation site of its satellite broadband unit, Starlink. SpaceX officials have started talks with the Department of Trade and Industry for Starlink to launch local operations. Starlink will provide its trailblazing service through low Earth orbit satellites that will cover the entire planet with internet of unparalleled speed. The Bataan local government and EcoZone officials presented to SpaceX the performance history of the fab that made it the country's fastest growing free port, as well as advantages of its registered enterprises. Garcia said Starlink's low latency high-speed satellite service will be a game changer for improving connectivity and spurring development mainly in the country's remote areas. With the impending Bataan-Cavite Interlink Bridge construction soon, the officials expressed optimism that the province will be the next area of economic growth and development in the country. Following the increase in mobility and the effective implementation of health and safety protocols that lead to reduced COVID-19 cases lately, the Philippines is back on its path of a strong economic recovery as manufacturing output climbed 53.2% in March 2022, again outperforming its Association of Southeast Asian Nations or ASEAN neighbors. The Board of Investments and the Department of Trade and Industry believe the country's manufacturing output will continue to rebound this year. The manufacturing output through the Purchasing Managers Index of the IHS Markit Philippines climbed to a 3-year high at 53.2 in March, again outperforming its ASEAN peers as the country's mobility was the highest. Tribune News on Q will be back. Stay with us.
Alamin ang latest entertainment at sa mga paborito niyong celebrities kasama si Pocholo Concepcion sa programang What's Up. Makibanding at kwentuhan kasama ang mga kilalang personalidad sa entertainment industry. Sama-sama natin silang kilalanin at silipin ang makulay nilang mundo every Tuesday at 2 p.m. Kaya sit back and relax lang kayo mga katribu. Hanapin at ilike ang Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube. Dahil sagot na namin ang masayang kwentuhan dito lang sa What's Up. Non-stop showbiz update ba ang hanap nyo? Sagot na yan ang aming Tribune Extra. Balitang entertainment at lifestyle, mapalocal man o international, meron kami niyan. Manood at makichika na kasama si Kim Sancha, Lunes hanggang Biyernes, alas 5 ng hapon sa Tribune News on Q at separate premiere nito ng alas 7:30 ng gabi. Mapapanood sa Daily Tribune Facebook page at Tribune Now on YouTube.
You're still watching Tribune News on Q. Newly crowned Ronda Pilipinas King Ronald Lomotos can't wait to suit up for the national team when the 31st Southeast Asian Games take center stage from May 12 to 23 in Hanoi, Vietnam. The 27-year-old Navy Standard Insurance rider swears his recent win will help him make up for his lack of experience in the international scene. Lomotos said the all-out support of his national team buddies enables him to get over jitters. A one-month training stint in Subic kicks off today for Lomotos and the rest. In the 10-stage race, Lomotos zoomed past the peloton in the Santiago City-Baguio City route, the penultimate and hardest part of the race, where he trekked the uphill roads of the Cordillera Administrative Region and claimed the stage win and overall leader's jersey. In the end, the event will be won on sheer velocity. In our world news, Ukraine said it had regained control of the Kyiv region, with Russian troops retreating from around the capital and Chernihiv city as evidence emerged of possible civilian killings in areas the invading forces have been occupying. AP reporters saw at least 20 bodies, all in civilian clothing, strewn around a single street in the town of Bucha near the capital, and the body of a missing photographer was discovered in a nearby village. 3 of them were tangled up in bicycles after taking their final ride, while the others had fallen next to bullet-ridden and crushed cars. One had his hands tied behind his back with a white cloth, and his Ukrainian passport left open beside his corpse, said AFP journalist who accessed the ravaged town. The International Criminal Court has already opened a probe into possible war crimes committed in Ukraine, and several Western leaders, including US President Joe Biden, have accused Russia's Vladimir Putin of being a war criminal. And that wraps up the stories this morning. Before we go, we would like to thank the following: the SM Store, Araneta City, the Department of Tourism, MG Motors, Hina Motors, Security Bank, Empire East Land Holdings Incorporated, and Overseas Community Affairs Council member Alan Lin of Republic of China for their continued support. Again, this is Roy Pelobelio on Tribune News on Q. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay at home. Good morning.
Catch the latest news on our website, tribune.net.ph. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, Tribune Now. Download the Daily Tribune app on Apple Store for iOS and Google Play for Android to get the latest and most comprehensive news online. Daily Tribune invites you to join its Viber community, Katribu, to get updates on the hottest news on politics, business, sports, lifestyle, and entertainment. Emoticons of the Tribune mascot Tarsito are available on our community Viber.